Jamie Dimon emerged as a moral and managerial compass for both the finance industry and the country as a whole when it needed it the most, during the 2008 financial crisis, and he remains the leader people look up to today as the CEO of JP Morgan. Jamie Dimon's grandfather immigrated to New York City and worked his way from being a busboy to a stockbroker. His father also pursued a career in finance, so you could say it was in his blood. Although he was one of 3 children, Dimon stood out immediately. At age 6, he started his first business selling greeting cards. He displayed ethical leadership even in his childhood, standing up for what he thought was right and never failing to challenge authority when he thought it was wrong, whether it be in his high school American history class or with an esteemed professor at the Harvard Business School. In addition to his assertiveness, Dimon was known to be incredibly smart and athletic. Linking back to the trade approach, we can see that Dimon displayed strong levels of confidence, dominance, and achievement orientation, even from that early stage of life in the classroom. Throughout his career, Dimon worked for 4 banks. He was able to play a substantial role in each of these positions, always becoming close with authority, or even better, being the authority. Even when he lacked a title, he wasn't afraid to take bold steps. For instance, he once walked into a corporate structuring meeting and moved all of the names under a manager he found incompetent under his own. No one dared challenge him. While this may seem brash, he could back it up. Dimon obsessed over knowing all the facts and was always the smartest in the room, making him a valuable asset even if some of his initial behavior was outlandish. Across all of the positions he had held, Dimon is most well known for his leadership at JP Morgan. After joining JP Morgan, he immediately focused on changing the firm for the better. He cut lavish expenses of high executives at the firm, increased transparency across the board, and rationalized the portfolio of the company. One of his first messages after taking on the firm revolved around instilling honesty, integrity, and honor throughout the firm, even if it may not look good on the bottom line, and that paid off big time in 2008. One of his most notable changes to the culture of JP Morgan was the culture around feedback. As the CEO of JP Morgan, he not only feels free to openly speak his mind, but strongly encourages everyone in the room to do so as well. Dimon is always open to hearing criticism, which led him to implementing a system of 360-degree feedback at JP Morgan. Using the power and influence approach, we know Dimon rose to have legitimate power, but he was only able to get there by leveraging his expert power. Being immersed in the facts and numbers allowed Dimon to have the knowledge other leaders lacked, and he was constantly sought for advice because of this. His prudence and personal integrity made JP Morgan one of the few firms to weather the storm in 2008. But more than weather the storm, JP Morgan served as a helping hand in the face of chaos. The U.S. Treasury and Fed were constantly asking him at night for opinions on how to go about the collapse, asking him to take on failing banks, and he did. In addition, he served as a leader for other CEOs on Wall Street, remaining calm and effectively navigating the crisis. Dimon is an outlier. In an industry plagued with a reputation for being greedy and unethical, Dimon characterizes integrity and is often referred to as the Steve Jobs of finance. He proved that you can do the right thing and still win.